Session 31. We are continuing with the same presentation.
Excuse me, sir. Can I give mine?
सर मुझे भी देनी है अपनी, क्योंकि यहाँ पर लाइट का बहुत इशू हो रहा है।
नाम बताएं जल्दी, नाम
लाइट
की बांसी भी थे।
अलीना खान। अलीना खान।
अलीना, आप एक काम करें, अपनी मुझे पर्सनल भेजें जल्दी से। लाइट का इशू अगर वाकई में है तो आप जब पर्सनल भेज दें अपना।
सर आओ।
सर मुझे भी
नेम
देनी है, मेरी भी।
नेम 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 हरिया
जे मेरा गया
मानूर साहब।
सर इस्महान।
मोहम्मद अकरम रक्षानी सर।
एमन कौसर प्रेजेंट।
सर मैंने आपको व्हाट्सएप कर दिया। अलीना खान।
अलीना खान।
Sir, Ayman is present.
Present. Okay, just wait. After this, yours. First, let me take the presentation of. Yes, where did you send?
Sir, on WhatsApp.
Alina Khan
is about to die, sir. I won't be able to give mine then. There is no electricity.
Ideas, आपके पास मोबाइल तो है ना, आप मोबाइल से बात करें। आपको कौन सा लैपटॉप इस्तेमाल करना है कि आप करें? बिजली नहीं मेरे पास।
No sir, the battery is low. It's about to die. What can I do next then?
ये मेरा हेडेक नहीं है, it's your headache. बैटरी तो आपको चार्ज करनी थी ना।
Sir, I've been here for more than 2 hours now.
Doesn't matter, आप अपना नाम बताएं। What's your name?
मोहम्मद अकरम रक्षानी सर।
हाँ तो मोहम्मद अकरम, आप पहले क्या सोए हुए थे? पहले बोलते ना भाई सर मेरा ले ले आप। अभी अपना भेजें।
Sir, I was expecting that.
You don't expect to tell me if you have any problem. Expectation में मुझे कोई पता थोड़ी चलेगा कि आपको क्या मसला है।
I'm sorry sir.
अभी आप मुझे बता, सेंड कर दें आप।
All right sir, I'm sending you.
और प्लीज
Sir, I have sent you my PPT.
पावर पॉइंट में बनाए। ये डोंट मेक प्रेजेंटेशन, अभी मैं आपको रिटर्न भी नहीं कर सकता है। डोंट मेक ए प्रेजेंटेशन ऑन वर्ड। ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है। स्टार्ट। हु इज दिस?
Ayman.
आपने भी वर्ड नहीं बनाया।
Not Ayman.
सर
अलीना खान स्टार्ट।
जी सर। अब सर स्क्रीन शेयर कर दें।
स्क्रीन शेयर हो तो चूंकि आपके पास नहीं आ रही क्या?
नहीं सर, हमारे पास नहीं आ रही।
सर
आ रही है मेरे पास तो।
आप शेयर द स्क्रीन।
सर नजर आ रही है।
मेरे पास सर अच्छा तो ले ले।
न्यू सर, लेकिन मेरे पास नहीं आ रही, लेकिन मैं जो मुझे समझ आई मैं
क्यों नहीं आ रही आपके पास? शेयर तो कर दी, आनी चाहिए ना आपके पास। अब जल्दी बताएं, टाइम हमारे पास कम है।
Classical age. It was written between 1660 AD till 1798 AD. So new means, it is from Greek work which means new, and classic refers to the style that is imitated by of Romans and Greek. So this means that in new classical age, the writer of new classical age, they used to imitate the style of Romans and Greek. Sir, characteristics.
Yes, carry on.
So first characteristic is new classical poet gives more importance to intellectual elements. They make in their poetry there was lack of imagination, emotions, and feeling. Okay, third point is they give more perception to the former rather than giving importance to subject. They give more importance to the technical perfection. Number fourth, heroic couplet is hallmark of new classical poetry. Number fifth, they revise and re-revise each and every classic rule. So that is the reason new classical poetry is also called as pseudo-classical poetry. Sir, next slide. 3 stages. The new classical period is divided into three distinct age. Number one is Restoration period. Number second is Augustan period. Number third is Johnson. So in Restoration period, it is called Restoration period because King Charles was restored in this era. This period was lasted from 1660 till 1700. John Dryden and Milton were the prominent poet of this period, and they used several styles in their poetry, like impressive style, scholarly illusion in their poetry. Number second is Augustan age. It is called Augustan because King George I wanted people to think that he was like Augustan Caesar. He was an emperor
See the slide. Excuse me.
of Rome and
See the slide. Slide देख के बताया explain करें.
सर एक्चुअली मेरे पास बहुत ब्लर आ रही है स्क्रीन शेयर.
Okay, tell me one thing. Age of Johnson
Yes,
क्यों कहा
sir.
जाता है? Why is it called age of Johnson?
Sir, because Dr. Samuel Johnson was the leading poet of this age. That is the reason that it is also called as Age of Johnson. And it is lasted from 1750 till 1719.
How long is this new classical age?
Sir, New Classical age was lasted from 1660 AD till 1798 AD.
1798 AD. AD नहीं, सिंपल आप लीजिएगा from 1798 to 1790. AD की जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है?
Okay, जी सर, okay.
Secondly, ये है कि please make your presentation on PowerPoint. Don't make presentation on the MS Word. दोबारा आप जाएंगे ना teaching of literature में, I will not accept.
जी सर, जी अब नेक्स्ट टाइम इंशाल्लाह सर होगा ऐसे.
ये ऑनलाइन प्रेजेंटेशन है, उस पे मुझे YouTube में डालनी होगी, तो कोई अगर देखेगा तो क्या बोलेगा कि सर वर्ड पे प्रेजेंटेशन बना के स्टूडेंट दे रहे हैं.
जी सर, मैं समझ रही हूँ. सॉरी सर, फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर है ना, आइडिया नहीं था, तो अब नेक्स्ट टाइम इंशाल्लाह.
ओके, थैंक यू.
यू आर वेलकम सर.
ओके, आप कौन है भाई? वो जो क्या नाम था, जल्दी बताएं.
मोहम्मद अकरम रक्षानी सर.
अशोक कुमार को
जिसको बिजली की प्रॉब्लम थी ना कि सर वो बिजली का इशू है, वो उनकी बात कर रहा हूं. क्या नाम?
अशोक कुमार बोले हैं, वो क्या है?
मोहम्मद अकरम रक्षानी.
मोहम्मद अकरम रक्सानी. कहाँ भेजा आपने
सर? डायरेक्ट ऑन व्हाट्सएप.
यार इतने सारे, अब ये पर्सनल भेजना तो मुझे इतनी प्रॉब्लम होती है, ढूंढने में मतलब लग टाइम ठीक ठाक खर्च हो जाता है. ये मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ, कहाँ पर है आपका?
So that's foreign number.
By which name your आखिर का नंबर क्या
अशोक ने आपको भेजा है.
सर बाहर का नंबर है सर.
अशोक ने भेजा है. किसने भेजा भाई?
नो सर, आप.
यस,
अपना फोन नंबर.
यस सर, अशोक कुमार.
It's star.
लास्ट नंबर बताओ, फोन नंबर.
230 सर.
लास्ट नंबर
30 स्टार 2.
यस सर, अशोक कुमार.
अशोक आप थोड़ा खामोश हो जाएं, दूसरे को बोलने दें. हाँ, लास्ट का बताएं, फोन नंबर क्या है जल्दी से.
सर पहले का स्टार 230 है सर.
स्टार 230. थीम ऑफ द फेरी क्वीन. ये
यस सर, यस.
अभी ओपन करो उसको.
प्लीज सर.
सारे माँ ये रंग कहते.
Just wait. Wait for a minute.
All right sir.
After this, Ashok.
Yes sir.
After this presentation, you should be ready, right? और अगर आप मिस
Okay,
कर
sir.
गए, फिर मैं सबसे आखिर मिलूंगा.
Okay sir, I will.
And those who have given their presentation, they can leave the session, they are not bound to attend the session, right? Okay, just wait. So here we go. Muhammad Akram Rakstani.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
playing
sir.
your one. और बाकी लोग अब मुझे ना भेजें, अपने सीआर को भेजें, वो मुझे भेजेंगे ताकि एक ही जगह से मुझे I can get these things. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me, and I will miss things. Start, please.
All right. Assalamu alaikum to everybody. This is Muhammad Akram Rakshani from MA class, first semester, MA English. So today I'm going to talk about the main theme of the Fairy Queen. So as we have known that this is the epic poem which was written by Ethan Spencer, and it follows the adventure of the numerous candidates, all about the medieval knights. And sir, would you mind to just change the slide? Hello?
Yes, change the slide.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So basically, one thing it has been clear about reading this poem that it was planned to be written in 12 books, but unfortunately, they could not do it, and it is only being done in 6, and the 7th one was still uncompleted. And in this poem, we have seen that the knights and the means to examine different virtues. And the poem was unfinished, like within the 7th one. Yes, sir. Would you mind to just go ahead? Sorry. Yeah, so guys, basically these were basic on the virtue, and there has been like 6 books specify like categorized or divided into 6 books. Each one was dedicated to a specific virtue. Number 1 was holiness, temperance, justice, friendship, and justice. These were the things that was given to each characters. So like
what about the chastity? Tell me about the chastity.
The chastity was it was shown by the character of Romor, the lady who was trying to control over the lust. And this is also seen in a virtue of Christianity, like to controlling your internal emotions about having intercourse or something about things.
And temperance?
And the temperance is also the term which is used in Bible. It's about like quitting a bad habit or like avoiding alcoholic drink or engaging in bad activities. So in the book 2nd, it was shown. Yeah.
Yes, carry on.
Yeah, and 2nd it was shown, and by specifying these things, that if a person is engaging with in a society with these things, it will cause them a bad effect. So Edmund Esper was a great poet or the great writer at the time of he was known as a poet of poet. And this was like with as all the work that he had done was shown a great effect on the time of Elizabeth Queen I, and he had dedicated his work to her, and especially about the society and the kingdom of England. So he was pleased with this work because of the allegoric region that he had given.
What is the theme of the Fairy Queen?
The basic theme of the Fairy Queen has been seen as a virtue. And yeah, the theme which was divided by side of virtue and versa. However, it could not be decided as one because we have seen the several characters performing in a different way about presenting something, like at Red Cross who was fighting against the evil. and about the badness of the society as it was represented by, you know, that dragon who could be seen as a bad thing of the society. So the virtue was each and every part of this novel could be understood as how to put it, like virtue and the bad characters stand for corresponding about these things. The knight were presenting about the holiness and trying to, you know, avoid bad things and going for the
He
quest.
dedicated his work to
When-
Elizabeth. You said he dedicated his work to Elizabeth the first.
Yeah, actually, since it was an allegoric poem, so in that everything was like
He
it had a
did-
reflection about
Did he
Elizabeth I.
Did he dedicate his work to Elizabeth, or did he? This poem is about Elizabeth.
Basically, it was an allegoric poem, so
Yeah,
it comes about
dedicated.
Elizabeth.
But dedication
So-
means something different. Dedication means something different. This poem is about Elizabeth the First, but he dedicated this poem, I think, to someone. Do you think he dedicated this one to Queen Elizabeth?
Yes, sir. Somehow, if you are seeing the characters and the fairy queen, this all shows about our, highness. So this is what, and after that, even by doing this work, he was given a yearly pension for his work. So total work was dedicated to her. The way he has written about our highness and everything, like he had mentioned, by praising our character, that how a system was being, you know, run by her, or do this comes about all in the allegorian way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now let me Mevaram. Mevaram, can you listen to me? Mevaram,
Yes, sir, I'm here.
you are here.
But
So
this
I'm-
is not my DVD.
Yeah, so I'm playing here once. Start.
Okay, this is Mevaram, and this presentation is being presented by Mevaram AMA student. So my topic is Geoffrey Chaucer as a poet.
Okay, my name is Mohammad Anwar. ठीक है, तो आप लोग नाम टीचर का करेक्ट लिखा करें क्योंकि यूट्यूब चैनल पे जाएगा. So correct, write your
Okay, sir.
teacher name
Right
correctly.
away. Henceforth, this will not be mistaken.
तो आप लोग लेंगे एक क्लास 2 टीचर ले रहे हैं मोहम्मद अनवर अली. Yes, carry on.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for correction. Okay. Geoffrey Chaucer as a poet. Geoffrey Chaucer was born into the shortly after 1340 or 1313 England, London, and he was also died in London in the year of in the century of 14. Geoffrey Chaucer was a medieval and a modern poet. In this respect, we also see that this does not mean that there was no poetry or poet in England before him, but there was no national language, and this was the reason, because he's called the pioneer of the poetry, or pioneer of the first English national language. So the outstanding English poet before Shakespeare, and the first finder of language. As I mentioned before, that before Geoffrey Chaucer, there was no national language. Therefore, he was also considered the first national language. Geoffrey Chaucer as a poet. The poetic development can be categorized into four. Geoffrey Chaucer as a medieval poet, Geoffrey Chaucer as in his writing, no political issues, unbiasedness views, Chaucer as a modern poet. Sir, would you please mind to change the slide, next slide? Chaucer as a medieval poet. In this respect, the prologue to the Canterbury Tales is the best example, because it shows that there was, before the prologue to the Canterbury Tales, there was no any contribution of Chaucer or another writer that shows the medieval is era of poetry, and this also shows that Chaucer was being also called the father of medieval poets. Through a picture of gallery, different types of people who were living medieval ages shown a society of his own.
Explain it
Sir,
further.
next slide.
थोड़ा से explain तो करें.
Okay, sure, sir.
Explain it.
Okay, no political. Chaucer lived during the above said. Sir, थोड़ा सा ऊपर था ना वो मैं उसको define कर लेता. That was also, yeah. Next, previous slide. Yeah, through a picture gallery of different types of people who were living in the medieval ages and shows society of its own. Okay, there was in that era medieval poet. This was the era of transition, and also there was so many things had happened, like Black Death, famine, and other plague. And this was the reason that Chaucer had not shown any political or religious of affection. So next slide. Yeah, he saw that with his own eyes, but still we do not find any political or economic issues in this work. Okay, next. The prologue Canterbury tells also a collection of different stories. We have no concern with whatever so with political live. In this book, there were so many characters were there, but they didn't even mention a single word about religious or economic or political. Even they also didn't discuss about Jesus or Saint whose shrine were they were going to visit. Unbiased view. Each character symbolizes something, and hidden words conveys a message. Okay, the knight who has the knight who has character also conveys a message. Regardless, Chaucer could not hide his society from people because each character, for instance, knight is a symbol of chivalry, and that shows the people are suffering the disaster of war. And similarly, he also pointed out issues of churches through the illogical class. But the most important element that he has shown in the intellectual life, the cleric, which is most interested in books. Sir, next. Excuse me. Sure. In order to prove that Chaucer is a modern poet, we do not need strong evidence because in French there is a wording that there is a writer Portrait which he referred to pre-Christian times, which means the ancient, and the Christian period as in which means new.
What is your topic, by
He
the
also
way?
proves that the medieval ages and modern ages are
What is-
being
What is
sorry,
your what
the
is your
element
topic?
the element of the
What is your
Sir
topic?
Geoffrey Chaucer is a poet.
Josie Chaucer. So, what is the best thing that you like in Geoffrey Chaucer as a poet?
Sorry.
What is the best thing that you like in Geoffrey Chaucer as a poet?
Sir, Geoffrey Chaucer was also a father of poet, and he did not show any political or unbiasedness. His main work was all depend upon his art of characterization.
Art of characterization. Any other thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Any other thing? There are so many other things.
for example,
His art of showing the humor expression and
his art of what is the importance of Canterbury Tales? Prologue to the Canterbury Tales.
importance of the prologue to the Canterbury Tales. He has concluded his whole work in society in this book because this book shows the society, the character, this picture of society, what is going or what is being done in the society, and he also put some feelings of the characters which is discussed in the book.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Right, now, Momna. Is Momna present?
Sir Ashok Kumar, please.
Sir, Momina present.
Present, okay. After Ashok Kumar.
எல்லாம் మా సర్దుకో మా సర్దుకో
Start Ashok Kumar. Yes, Momina, you send your file personally to me. Yes, start.
हेलो सर, आई एम ऑडिबल?
Yes, start.
सर मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी जी आ रही है. Start.
Assalamu alaikum to all of you. My name is Ashok Kumar. I am a student of BS English section A. Today I am going to share my ideas on what's poetry and narrative poetry. First of all, I would like to share some points about what poetry is. Originally, the word poetry is taken from Greek word, which means to create something new. When we use the term poetry, poem is definitely comes in our mind. So poem is something made or created. The creator is known as poem. Poet, the creator is known as poet. Basically, the poetry is an ancient art which was from an oral and music in ancient times. When we see the history of poetry, it was ancient art. It was used to before the English period in ancient times. In Anglo-Saxon period, when we see the history, when Anglo-Saxon period, but before that time, the English poetry was used, but it was in oral and in music form. So next slide. What's sir say a back slide करना जो सर इसके जो पीछे वाली जो बैक slide yeah. What's poetry? Poetry is the art of writing pleasure with truth. Samuel Johnson ने ये definition दी है कि poetry एक art है जो pleasure.
Yes, carry on, carry on.
Sir, second slide, please.
Jale.
One of the famous writer of poet of the English literature, Wordsworth, gives the definition of poetry is that overflow of powerful feelings and emotion is known as poetry. तो उसने बोला कि जो हमारे ख्यालात है उनकी जो ओवरफ्लो होने उनको हम आइडियाज इमोशन को पोइट्री कहते हैं.
Speak English.
Literary work, in simple words, we can say that poetry is the yeah, sir. In simple words, we can say poetry is the expression of feelings and emotion in any language is known as poetry. In simple words, sir. Next slide. There are main two types of poetry which is written in today's world. One is subjective and another objective. Subjective means self-expressions and emotion. When a poet expresses emotions, self-emotion is known as subjective poetry. Like Wordsworth used to describe emotion about nature. And second one is objective. Objective means about the outside world. In outside words, their surroundings, their battles, their heroes, etc. These are the objective poetry.
Objective poetry means, I think,
Next slide, sir.
objective poetry means which poetry which is related to facts and facts. Subjective poetry which is related to personal feelings. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. Self-expression, personal feeling, emotions. I think same.
All new classical poetry is objective poetry, whereas romantic poetry is subjective. Okay,
Yes, sir.
what about kinds of poetry? Yes, yes.
Sir, there are different kinds of poetry like lyrics, ballads. These are kinds of poetry. Ballads, epics are these are kind of poetry now. Mostly writer use in his poetry.
Yes, yes. Carry on.
There are there are different categories like descriptive, reflective, and narrative poetry. So today I want to share my ideas on narrative poetry. What's narrative poetry? So second slide. Next slide. Narrative poetry is the oldest form of poetry. The poet narrates the story incident through poetic diction. Narrative poetry, it's oldest form of poetry. The writer focus on the story, the plot and characters, mostly on plot and characters. Through the poetic diction, he used to define the what incident happened in his life and in his through his society. That's called narrative poetry. Like Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. This is in the narrative poetry. Through the many characters, plots, it defines the pilgrimage. Sir, next slide.
Yeah, this is
Narrative poetry is a form of poetry in which the writer narrates.
Example of narrative poetry.
Contain many characters like Canterbury.
Any example of narrative
Thanks,
poetry?
sir.
Example apart from Canterbury
Sir,
Tales.
Canterbury Tales is the.
इसके अलावा कोई example दो.
Sir, Canterbury Tales के I think sir the
और कोई इसके अलावा?
John Milton की Paradise Lost I think sir.
वो narrative poetry थोड़ी है यार.
Paradise Lost and.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now Momna. Let me open our file.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Momina Atta. I'm a first semester section B. Today I'm gonna talk about Alexander Pope's famous work, The Rape of the Lock Themes. Let's start with a brief introduction of Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope was born in 1688 and died in 1744.
Okay, excuse me. Momina,
yes,
you have prepared your presentation on MS Word. Excuse me, ये अपने माइक को म्यूट कर दें. मोमिना, आपने प्रेजेंटेशन जो है वो तैयार की है MS Word पे. MS Word पे प्रेजेंटेशन तो नहीं होती है. Are you getting me? Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि प्रेजेंटेशन आपने तैयार की है MS Word पर. कभी आपने सुना किसी ने MS Word पे प्रेजेंटेशन तैयार करके दी हो?
जी.
मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ आपसे कि आपने MS Word पे प्रेजेंटेशन क्यों तैयार?
Sorry sir, it was my first time.
फर्स्ट टाइम तो, लेकिन इंस्ट्रक्शंस क्लियरली दी गई थी सबको.
अभी
तो मैं एक्सेप्ट कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन नेक्स्ट टाइम मिस टीचिंग ऑफ लिटरेचर के सबको मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं करूँगा. ठीक है? These things will be recorded, remember?
Sure, sir. जी सर.
ये कोई ऐसा नहीं कि आपने दे दिया खत्म हो गया, ये आपके रिकॉर्ड में जाएगा. ओके, स्टार्ट.
ओके सर. जी सर. Okay. Let's start with a brief introduction of Alexander Pope. He was born in 1688 and died in 1744. He was an essayist, satirist, and critic.
जो सामने स्लाइड है उसको देख के दीजिएगा, कहीं से पढ़िएगा मत.
Yes, sir.
जो स्लाइड है उसको देख के बताएं.
जी, sir.
Yes.
Ji sir. He was an essayist, satirist, and critic. Was the most important English poet of 18th century. He was inspired by Greek writers and also known as the poet of the society. Next slide, please.
Yes, carry on.
Okay. Moving to the background now. Basically, motive of writing this poem. The Rape of the Lock is the most famous poem on a real incident to end a quarrel between two families over a lock of hair. The whole story revolves around a lock of hair. The whole story revolves around the main character, Belinda's lock of hair. We can say that it was a storm in a teacup, so Pop made the situation a bit lighter and funnier to ease the tension between two families over an unimportant and trivial matter. So next slide, please. Okay, let's have a look on epic. The word epic comes from Greek word epos, which means story or poem. It's a long narrative poem in which downfall of a happy person is shown due to error of judgment, where death of that individual is not essential. Basically, it's about hamartia. Okay, so as this poem is mock epic, so we must know about it as well. A mock epic is typically a satire or parody of an epic, where subject is ordinary but dropped in grand style and language, which sounds ridiculous, but obviously produces laughter. Next slide, please.
What is, can you give me any example of epic?
Coming to the theme now.
Epic. Give me any other example of epic.
Yes, sir.
Example of epic.
Sir, Paradise Lost by John Milton.
And उसके अलावा
And sir, I don't know. Sir, I have read that Paradise Lost by John Milton is epic.
कोई एक और एग्जांपल दे दो, मैंने अभी 2-4 बताई भी थी, कोशिश करें. Epic is a long narrative poem which discusses
long narrative poem.
और mock epic
which discuss, sir, a downfall of a happy person is shown due to the.
अच्छा, आप अपना बंद तो कर लें. आपके यहाँ से आवाजें आ रही है, प्लीज अनम्यूट करें से. एपिक और मॉक एपिक में क्या फर्क है? Can you tell me the difference between epic and mock epic? Yes. Epic and non-epic. Voice coming to you clearly? Time is running out.
Sir, are you able to hear me? Because I'm speaking.
Yes, I am. Now your voice is coming to me. Okay, major theme के बारे में बताएं जल्दी से.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir, there are 3 major themes that I found in this poem. First is 18th century and high society of England. He basically criticized the high society of England, where he attacks the follies and vices of England at that time. He satirized the young generation of England for how they wasted their leisure time. The activities of upper class English people in their free time were ridiculous, like playing cards, having parties, and this sort of non-productive activities. Pop satirized the people of 18th century for being judgmental, for their idleness, being lazy, inactive, ignorant, and for their bad habits.
Okay.
Sir, shall I go to second theme?
18th century and high society of England. Tell me about this.
Sir, he basically criticized the young generation of England at the of 18th century. Like, they used to waste their time, they were being lazy, they were ignorant, their bad habits, because they were non-active.
Okay.
Like, their free time activities were playing cards, having parties.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good. And
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now you can.
Sir, can you please play my PPT?
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now I'll play yours in the next session. Next session will start a bit late. थोड़ा हो सकता है 15-20 मिनट या कुछ वक्त लगे, right?